Good morning, everybody. We have successful former 9-to-5ers, real entrepreneurs TV. Very special guest today. Super excited about this interview. Our guest today is a founder of multiple companies and a social entrepreneur. Gabrielle Deculus. Good morning, Gabrielle. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well. I am a serial social entrepreneur. I'll take that.
Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about your companies?
Sure. So I have a marketing company called St. Josephine, where we do marketing for social good. Excuse me. And I also have a company called Business Rules for Women, where we provide resources and connections and connecting for women around the world who are simply ambitious.
Perfect. And were you always an entrepreneur?
I have been an entrepreneur since college.
Mm-hmm.
I had an opportunity to start a company in college with some friends. I went to Southeastern Louisiana University, and we needed more things to do on and off of our college campus. And so we created a company that catered to the Black students. And I've been going ever since. That was back in 2008. And so I've just been going since then. And yeah, it's been beautiful.
Sounds good. So Real Entrepreneurs TV, we service aspiring and current entrepreneurs. I know in college, everybody's excited about graduating and landing their first job, but it sounds like you had a different mindset. Can you describe that feeling of going in a different direction than everybody else that was going to get hired and you were going to create a company?
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of feelings involved, for sure. First of all, I knew that I was cut out to be a businesswoman. I knew that I was resourceful, and I know that I was a leader, you know, and I credit my parents for instilling those things in me and giving me the experiences to grow at a young age so I could lead, you know, outside of their home, you know. So that was a piece of it. But the other piece was a lot of uncertainty. There was no one in my family who had a company like me. I do come from sharecroppers and people who created Zydeco music, so entertainment industry folks, but no one who had actually organized and created this type of business structure. And so I knew that my parents really desired for me to go and be a leader at someone else's company rather than starting my own. But here we are, you know, 12 years later, and they're very proud of me. So I think that turned out all right.
And how was there any different experiences with that pursuit as you being a woman? Did you recognize anything different in your journey?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, women didn't create business, men did. And so whenever you're stepping out and trying to figure out, you know, your brand, your services, the way that you communicate, your systems, your processes, all of these things that take time to learn.
Yeah.
You know, it's challenging. I'm very grateful for, you know, the opportunity to go through those ups and downs in my 20s, because here I am in my early 30s now. And, you know, I'm not stressing about the coronavirus. I'm not stressed because I already work from home. I already have things that people buy online. You know, I already have services that people, you know, contract with me for, you know, a year at a time. So that's where I am, you know, with it. I don't know if I answered your question. What was your question again?
No, you did. So it was basically describing if you had a different experience because you were a woman. We knew there are some challenges.
Yeah. So let me add this to it too. So excuse me. So as a woman, you also have to learn how to navigate business when working with men, because most business owners are men, right? Most people who got the pen is a man. And so I've had to also learn how to effectively do business with men, because it's You know, you're looking 10 years ago, you know, it was a struggle. And that's
Mhm.
really how I was able to even create business rules for women, was from some of those difficult experiences in my marketing consulting space. So
Mhm.
that was my outlet from feeling lonely, from feeling disconnected, from not understanding. And so it's been very different, but I think that I've taken those woes, if you will, and have created a wonderful brand for women around the world.
Fantastic. So for that aspiring and current entrepreneur, can you kind of share what were some of your early struggles that you had to overcome with becoming a full-time entrepreneur?
For sure. So, you know, understanding money and finances, and, you know, having an accountant is at the very top of your list. Having an accountant,
Mm,
having an attorney,
mm.
also having your business properly filed. Um, Go out there and get those certifications so you can get access to different types of of contracts through the government, um, and be called upon whenever things are needed. I'd also say that, you know, building a team from the beginning that, you know, can either grow with you or maybe even grow out of you, you know, that's
Mm.
fine, but also focusing on your team development, getting out of your head and realizing that it's bigger than you.
I agree. So how have you adapted? Right now, we're in the midst of this COVID situation. So how have you been able to adapt during this time with your business?
Well, I was already in the works of putting Business Rules for Women's first 3-day conference together in person right here in New Orleans, because we have grown so much online. We have over 147,000 followers. We have women spread all over the world who have been connected with us over the last 5 years. And it was just time to do something in person. But with the unfolding of COVID-19, um, we had to figure out, what do we do next? Are we going to pivot? You know, are we
Mm.
going to stay flexible and creative, which I've learned over the last 10 years? Are we going to shut this down and cancel it?
Mm.
And, you know, I'm happy that we didn't cancel it. We shifted into the virtual space, and we have launched our app so people can actually join us from anywhere in the world and enjoy the same content that they would have gotten in person. You know, one thing that I have learned, like I said in the past, is that things will likely never work out the way that you think that they will.
Mm.
And so because of that, it's important to, you know, have exposed yourself to a lot of different experiences and leaders and people, and figuring out, like, how do I still get to the goal? And the goal for us is to still um, provide quality information through our panels, our workshops, our networking hour, all of these things, regardless if we can't meet up in person. And we made it happen. And so this week we have this conference, and it's been a struggle. It's been very emotional.
Mm.
It's been very hard on people. It's been hard on me. You know, one thing about business, especially whenever there's something like this happening, which none of us have ever experienced,
Yeah.
mental health and emotional health, that is so important for entrepreneurs. And it's so important for us right now more than ever. And so that's the way I'm getting through it. It's like, stay creative, give yourself grace. If you need to cry, go ahead and cry it out,
Right.
and then go get it done.
And what could someone expect from a virtual conference? Because this is new for everybody. So what are you
Yeah.
anticipating that experience to look like?
Oh man, it's going to be excellent. So we have a live feed going all day. We have about 7 panels and 9 workshops. We have a variety of people from all around the US that are going to be talking about their own experiences, talking about COVID-19, how they're coping, and how their business is going to push forward through this, and how we're really overall going to make it. Um, you can expect downloading a couple of apps,
Mm.
and then having one that is going to pretty much give you all the resources in the palm of your hand. Everything from a virtual shopping experience that we're going to have for some of our vendors that were supposed to show up in person, We also have a virtual therapist that's going to be on site, excuse me, to support our attendees, and just overall connectivity. If you're feeling alone right now, you are not alone in that feeling. And we want to make sure that we connect you with other people who want to be connected and who want to still continue to push forward and be one of those great companies and brands that comes through an unfortunate event. You know, you look at, you know, the last recession that we had and what businesses were born, Airbnb, Uber, etc. These companies are doing excellent, right? Or they did excellent over the last decade. So how can we help you get paid the next decade? First of all, you need to show up for yourself and stop feeling bad for yourself, and come up with something that's going to answer the needs of the people. Because if you do that, you will always have a job, and that's what you should expect at our conference.
And how do people get information about it?
Sure. So our website is businessrulesforwomen.com. We have a link there that will take you to our event page, and we'll break it all down for you. We've actually decreased the tickets tremendously because it's no longer in person, it's virtual.
Okay.
And so it's extremely affordable. It's $97. You have 30 plus speakers. Like I said, 7 panels, 8 workshops, lots of networking, and all you need is Wi-Fi. If you have Wi-Fi, reliable Wi-Fi, and of course a device that you can connect to Wi-Fi on, then this is perfect. You should totally come.
And tell us a little bit more about the app. How do people get access and download the app, and what exactly does it offer, and who's it for?
Sure. So once you buy your ticket, a few hours before the event, we'll send you an email with all of the download and login information. It's very simple. You'll probably download 2 apps. Zoom is one of them, and the rest of the details are in the email. And really, you know, this is for everybody. This is for anyone who is ambitious. You know, the name of our company is Business Rules for Women. But we definitely have men on our panels and leading workshops. So I encourage our men to come, and also invest in your woman. Have her come. Both of y'all can attend at the same time. That's a 2-for-1 ticket. But our brand is mostly focused on women in between the ages of 23 to 45 who have a college education and, you know, who are overall just want more for their lives. And so if this is you or someone that you know, please come. We've created an amazing experience and curated some amazing conversations for you to enjoy and to learn from.
Got it. So we'll do a quick virtual exercise, right? So
Okay.
let's pretend I'm a 23-year-old college senior or 18-year-old high school senior. So now, especially with schools being out, I have access to this virtual workshop and the app. So if you were me, how would you use these 2 resources? Because I didn't have a resource like this, and I know for sure you didn't. So how would you use these 2 resources together to start a business?
Sure. I mean, the theme of the whole conference is get paid this decade. There's no one on the panel or on workshops that haven't done what they're teaching. So that's first and foremost. Because of the reality of us having to stay home and solely depend on virtual and digital, you know, products, technology, we need to understand that we need to elevate as people. There are companies that have been built whenever times are hard. And so as a college student, if I had this tool, if I had these resources, I will be plugged in and taking notes and trying to figure out how can I help the people that I reach, or what can I create that's going to make this world a better place. And that would be at the center of the center of my thought process as I listen and participate in this conference. Additionally, I would be focused on building new relationships. So there's going to be over 100 people who are going to be a part of this conference, and attending this conference. So, you know, we have breakout rooms. Go into the breakout rooms. Turn on your video and say hello. Let people know who you are and what you want to do. Maybe someone can give you a job. Maybe someone can have you intern with them. Maybe someone can simply invest and mentor you. We have those type of people that are showing up for our conference. Outside of that, we have worksheets. So we have ways for you to actively learn while you are there. So it's not just you listening. You actually have an opportunity to print out worksheets if you want, or use your iPad or use your iPhone to complete worksheets during the workshops. We're teaching people how to run Facebook ads. We're teaching people how to monetize YouTube. We're teaching people how to monetize podcasts. We're teaching people how to negotiate contracts and salaries if you're just graduating from college. Or maybe you are, getting offers through LinkedIn right now and you don't know what to take or what your worth is. We have a negotiations workshop. I mean, there's just so many really quality, tangible, actionable things that we're going to be sharing. So if I was 18, I would spend that $97 and call my friends over, or sorry, you can't call them over right now, but call them on FaceTime, bring your mom, have your mom sit down next to you and learn and listen and be still. I think that, I know that if people show up with an open mind to our conference, it will change their lives.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. So as an entrepreneur at every level, we're Entrepreneurs TV. We service aspiring current entrepreneurs and really helping them propel to get to the next level, right? So where you are right now in your business, and the gap between there and where you want your business to be, what resources you think can help you fill that gap right now? And maybe our audience can help you fill that gap.
Well, in between here and there, what I know I need is funding. I know I need developers. I know that I need business people around me who understand the importance of systems and processes and organization, because ultimately I believe business rules for women can be a standard of software for businesses around the world. I think that we all operate from a lot of different apps, and I want to create a dashboard. I also want to have a community that's connected through that dashboard, as well as tons of relevant content and things that we need to know. So you don't have to go and comb through the news and set up Google alerts. We want to do all of that for you. So long story short, I'd love for Business Rules for Women to go public one day, because I know that women are not going backwards. We're only going forward. And we need all the support we can get.
Well, hopefully everybody in the audience heard that. So if you have those resources, so my operation managers, my people that can write IPOs, please reach out.
Yes, I
One
would
more
love
thing.
that.
What is one book you think that helped kind of put you in position to where you are right now that you would suggest to that same 18-year-old right now that's going to attend the conference and download the app? What book would you recommend that he or she read?
Ironically, I had put something into practice before I read this particular book, but this book validated what I was doing. And so I was one of the early adopters of social media. And I've been sharing my story for a long time. And I remember people being very critical. Oh, you always taking pictures. Oh, you always saying this, doing that, showing this. And I remember picking up a book called Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. And one thing that he talked about was like, if you don't show your work, if you don't tell people, show people really what you're doing, then they don't believe you. And for me, as a marketer and someone who is always on someone's team, pushing them forward, helping them launch, helping them achieve their goals, it was important for me to just show who I'm working with and what we're doing, and helping people understand what marketing even is, right? And so that book gave me kind of like a stamp of, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And basically in this book, it just talks about, like I said, if you don't show your work, then people don't know what you're doing. And so to the 18-year-old out there who is taking a bunch of selfies, who is on TikTok all day, that's great. That's fun. But remember that as you build yourself, you need to tell your story in a way that people can follow you, not just laugh at you. You want people to understand who you are, what your mission is, so they can support you. Because if you don't show that, then it's going to take you a lot longer to get people on your team and to have people advocate for whatever it is that you want to do in this world. So have fun, but tell your story.
I think that's awesome. And for that same 18-year-old, if you had to make just 2 suggestions on how they could monetize, turning that from a hobby and taking steps to turning that social media platform into a business, what's maybe 1 or 2 things that they should do while they're doing that?
Number 1, teach people what it is that you know how to do that they don't know how to do. That's the easiest way for you to make money right now. Okay. Everyone is on social media. And so, for example, if you understand how to create a trending video, then you should be contacting brands right now and say, hey, let me show you some of these trending videos I've made. I'd like to help your brand create a trending video too. Boom, cha-ching, that is a paycheck. You know, so focus on what it is that you know how to do, so you can teach others how to do it too. That's one advantage you have as a young person. The second thing is, you know, look at what's trending. You know, some of the most successful business owners, e-commerce business owners, are always looking at what's trending, what are people buying, and then how do I get it and how do I sell it? And there's ways that you can do that online these days where you don't even have to touch the product. So if you understand how to reach people, teach them, and sell them what they need. In my opinion, that's the quickest way for you to make money from your mama's house right now.
Yeah, I agree. Real quickly, what is the date of the event?
Yeah. The conference, the Business Rules for Women virtual conference, is April 3rd and 4th.
Okay.
And we also have a networking event on Thursday night, which is the 1st.
And that's virtual as well?
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking
with breakout rooms. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. Looking forward to that. And you also have a gift for the audience. Can you tell us about the coupon code and how can they use it?
Yes. So if you are checking out this episode right now and supporting our friends, please use the ambitious code. Just spell out ambitious whenever you're checking out through our website, and you will get $20 off of your ticket.
And what's the website once more?
businessrulesforwomen.com.
businessrulesforwomen.com. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to the event. I'm already anticipating it's going to be successful. So anybody wants to attend the event, make sure you reach out, and we look forward to speaking to you again, Gabrielle. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Y'all stay safe, take care of yourselves, and tell your loved ones and the people who help you make things happen every day that you love them. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.